Hi, my name is Joy Huber, and I'm a small business owner and entrepreneur. I had a position eliminated late in 2005 and founded my own business in 2005-2006 and have since grown it. Now I want to help others, and I'm looking to Pepsi and their generous support in this Refresh Everything program for their assistance. My ideas I propose are in the areas of education because my undergrad degree is in education and I founded and grown a business in public speaking and training, educating others. I believe education is the one thing that no one can ever take away from us, and when we have our education, it leads us to success in other areas of life, health, putting food on the table, helping others through charitable contributions and donations. When we're educated, we're able to make a good living for ourselves and our families. So this idea is in the area of education, and it's actually twofold. One, as a public speaker, I've been busy researching and creating an entrepreneurial program. I would get out and speak to youth, and with the money from the Pepsi Refresh Everything program, I can literally reach thousands, tens of thousands of youth at community colleges, and I would work with communities to reach those who are college age but not currently in college. They may be in the workforce and they may have a great entrepreneurial idea. I would do a program where I share my story, talk to students about entrepreneurship and starting their own businesses and get them fired up, motivated and inspired and thinking about their great ideas and how they can turn that into a business that will grow and employ others. Then, as I identify interested participants from my talks, those that are truly serious about starting and growing their own businesses, I would move them into coaching programs. I've been professionally trained in coaching through Coach U, and I would work with groups of students and even one-on-one to mentor, guide, support, and encourage them as they do the hard work of founding and growing their own business. The second part of my idea is to create a book tentatively titled The Next Great Generation: How Americans Are Going Back to Work for Themselves is what the tentative title of the book is. And I would basically feature 100 young entrepreneurs, and what I would do is find a diverse group of people, men, women, Caucasians, Latinos, African Americans, those who have disabilities and who have founded and grown businesses, those who've served in the military, maybe they've done a tour in Afghanistan and come back and founded and grown a business. And I would share their story. How did they do it? How did they start and get the idea and overcome obstacles and grow to success, keeping their business sustainable and viable and perhaps employing others? So basically I would use the money from Pepsi Refresh Everything to cover costs surrounding this book, printing of thousands of copies of books so I could give some to each person who was featured in the book to give away to vendors, customers, friends and family and show that they were featured. Book cover design, editing and layout, publicity and promotional expenses to promote the book. I see this book going for sale also and donating profits back to an agency, a nonprofit that we determined that Pepsi and I, or the voters, vote on and mutually determine. And I see people picking up this book, and everyone from youth who've always wanted to start their own business to baby boomers who've maybe been downsized and are frustrated with the current economic climate, being motivated and inspired as they read this. So these are my ideas in the areas of education, educating, motivating, and inspiring people about entrepreneurship, how to do it once and for all, cutting through all the clutter. There's a lot of information out there on the internet about starting your own business, but it's very time consuming and there's a lot of information to go through, and you get one piece here and then you have to go somewhere else to get another piece. So I would cut through the clutter with my live energetic programs and my book sharing real stories that people could relate to. The realization is, how is our economy and our country going to recover without entrepreneurship and without people founding and growing businesses to maybe give you a job or to employ others that you know who've lost their jobs in the recent economic downturn? We know many of the jobs that were lost are simply not coming back as companies expect employees that were left behind to pick up the slack and amp up their productivity and kind of replace the workers whose jobs were lost. So what are all these displaced workers to do? That is why I believe strongly, and I'm very passionate about this idea. The impact, we could literally impact tens or even hundreds of thousands of youth as I get out and speak and coach individuals, and as the book is able to reach so many people with stories of how to do it. They find someone they can relate to and they can start to implement and take the steps and contact me for assistance. I even see this opportunity allowing me to grow my own business, as I'll probably need to hire other coaches and people to work with all the people who want help in entrepreneurship, getting started and growing their own businesses from people like me and colleagues who've been there, done that, and overcome the obstacles and stayed sustainable and viable for several years. I thank you so much for your time to watch this brief video and learn all about my idea for the Pepsi Refresh Everything project in education. Please, if you agree with my ideas, if you need work, or if you know of someone who needs work, please vote for this important idea and come back often and vote while the voting is open. Ask your friends and family and colleagues and those in your support network to come out and vote for this idea as well. Thank you very much to Pepsi for offering this program and for your generous support. I really appreciate your time. Thank you.